Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the Philippine Army. We're going to break down the complex structure, the rigorous requirements, and, of course, the comprehensive rewards of joining up. Look, this is a career path that demands incredible sacrifice, right? But as we'll explore today, the government has recently made some sweeping changes to make sure those sacrifices are met with fair, rock-solid compensation. So whether you follow military affairs closely or you're just curious about how a modern armed force structures its benefits, stick around because we've got some really fascinating data to unpack.
To really grasp the compensation, we first have to recognize the immense physical risks these soldiers take on. They are literally the nation's first responders. Back in December 2025, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. hit the nail on the head. He highlighted that soldiers aren't just fighting traditional security threats anymore. They are our frontline defense against strong typhoons, consecutive earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, you name it. When nature is at its absolute most destructive, these men and women are the strong support holding the nation together.
And honestly, this is where it gets real. The government's response to that harsh reality is a newly mandated daily subsistence allowance of 350 pesos per day for all military and uniformed personnel, kicking in on January 1, 2026. This isn't just a bonus, it's a direct, daily acknowledgement that those protecting the nation, often operating in just unimaginably tough conditions, need to be adequately supported every single day.
Okay, real quick, here's our roadmap for today. We'll be heading 1. The call to serve. 2. Officers versus enlisted personnel. 3. Military benefits and support. 4. The new salary increases. And finally, 5. How to join.
Let's jump right into Section 1, the call to serve, the mission of the Philippine Army. Because before we even talk about a soldier's paycheck, we absolutely have to understand their underlying purpose.
So, what exactly is this 122-year-old institution designed to do? Well, the Philippine Army is the oldest and the largest branch of the armed forces of the Philippines. It's massive. We're talking 11 divisions strategically spread out across Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Now, obviously, they are tasked with organizing and equipping ground forces for combat. But here's the really interesting part. Their stated objective isn't just about fighting, it's about winning the peace. They are there to spearhead disaster response and foster an environment for sustainable development across the entire archipelago. It is quite literally nation building at its core.
Moving on to Section 2, officers versus enlisted personnel, two paths of service. You see, you don't just join the Army in a generic sense. Your entry point completely dictates your career trajectory.
It's basically a fork in the road requiring entirely different foundations. If you're aiming to become a commissioned officer, you've got to already have a 4-year bachelor's degree under your belt. Your training is going to focus heavily on leadership, troop management, and the big picture strategy. On the flip side, we have the enlisted personnel. You don't need a bachelor's degree to enter here. These folks complete basic military training, and they truly are the backbone of the organization, out there executing the essential day-to-day tactical tasks and ground combat operations.
To put that into perspective, let's ground this hierarchy in real numbers using the new 2026 scale. The data clearly shows how rank dictates base pay across both tracks. For officers, an entry-level probationary second lieutenant starts at 40,284 pesos, and there's a very clear ladder climbing all the way up to a general pulling in 157,274 pesos. Meanwhile, enlisted personnel start as privates with a really solid base of 31,151 pesos, and they can work their way up to a first chief master sergeant making 40,284 pesos. The whole structure is just incredibly transparent.
All right, Section 3, military benefits and support beyond the base pay. Because, let's be real, a soldier's compensation extends way beyond just what's on their monthly paycheck.
The military ecosystem is basically designed to support your entire livelihood. The Army really prioritizes a family provider atmosphere. We're talking comprehensive medical and dental coverage that extends to your dependents. They provide building facilities, so barracks for single personnel and housing for married members. But you know what I find truly remarkable? The job security and the education. The Army actually partners with universities so you can pursue postgraduate studies locally or even abroad. It's an environment that is constantly investing in your upward mobility.
And speaking of investment, the way this is structured is a real game changer. The financial support begins immediately. You don't have to wait until you're fully deployed to start earning. A candidate soldier undergoing training receives around 20,777 pesos a month in pay and allowances. Then, once you graduate to an enlisted private, boom, that jumps significantly to over 37,000 pesos. You are quite literally being paid to learn and condition yourself. How cool is that? Let's transition to Section 4, The new salary increases. Executive Order number 107. This is the big one, signed on December 3, 2025, which completely restructures the pay scale.
Now, what's crucial to understand here is that the military operates on its own unique track. Back in August 2024, EO 64 gave the broader civilian government workforce a pay hike spread across 4 tranches. But, recognizing the uniquely high-risk, high-stress nature of the armed forces, the president signed EO 107. This gives military and uniformed personnel their very own distinct, customized base pay hike.
And instead of dragging it out over 4 tranches, the president ordered this specific military increase to be rolled out efficiently across 3 distinct annual tranches. So the adjustments kick in right at the start of the year, January 1, 2026, then 2027, and finally 2028. It's a proactive approach, ensuring compensation actively fights inflation over the next 3 years.
Let's see what that looks like in action. Take the first 2026 tranche for mid and upper tier ranks. A lieutenant general's base pay hits 131,853 pesos. A captain will now be making 59,411 pesos. Over on the enlisted side, a chief master sergeant jumps to 36,499 pesos, and a corporal moves to 32,410. This data proves, for sure, that the government is actively adjusting to the economic realities of 2026 and delivering on the promise to support its defenders.
Finally, Section 5. How to join. The application process. So, if the mission and the benefits are calling your name, how do you actually navigate the journey from civilian to soldier? What's the barrier to entry?
Well, whether you're applying as an officer or enlisted, I won't sugarcoat it, it's a gauntlet. You have to successfully clear 4 rigorous phases. It starts with registration in the AEPSAT, which is your general military aptitude test. Pass that, and you face specific trade or qualifying exams based on your role. Then comes the really intense part: physical fitness tests, comprehensive medical checks, and board interviews. It's only after you've proven your absolute physical, mental, and medical readiness that you reach the final oath-taking, which is immediately followed by a grueling training program.
So we've seen the facts. The Philippine Army isn't just offering a job, it's offering a fully supported way of life. They've laid out transparent career tracks, comprehensive benefits to protect your family, and a brand new inflation-fighting salary structure guaranteed through 2028. The government has securely put its support in place. Considering the immense, life-on-the-line challenges of defending the nation and responding to disasters, the only question left is for you. Do you have the discipline, the dedication, and the profound patriotism required to step up and serve? Take a second and really think about what it takes to wear that uniform.